Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Butterscotch Rewatch. I am Katie, the Gen X mother,
I'm Ireland, the Gen Z daughter.
and we want to welcome you today because we are going to discuss the movie Empire Records, which was made in 1995. It has a lot of people that star in it, so when I go through the cast of characters, it's going to be a while. This movie is this is like my kind of nostalgia. It just brings me back to because I was in high school. I was like a junior in high school when this came out. So I love everything about it, and I think it's a really great movie. But yeah, so we're gonna keep trying doing the same as we've been doing the last couple. We'll go through the characters. So we have Joe, who's played by Anthony LaPaglia. Is that it? Right? I think it's
I think
Anthony
so.
LaPaglia.
That's
Yeah.
what I read it as.
Yeah. So he plays Joe. He is the manager of Empire Records, and he's the one putting up with all these teenagers. So God bless him.
Godsend.
We've got Roy Cochran. He plays Lucas. Lucas is kind of a I don't know, how would you describe Lucas? He's just kind of
Eccentric.
yeah, eccentric and
I mean, he's got like the Steve Jobs turtleneck. Like he's very like, oh, stick it to the man. Like he's kind of like I don't even know like how to describe him, but his
he's like
attitude is very just like he's very aloof, but also very like strong in his opinions like on the government and what's
yeah,
happening around him but he's definitely very eccentric.
yes. I think he's like very into philosophy in some
Yeah.
ways. Yeah.
And I don't know if he
Um,
actually is. I think that's just the way he wants himself to be portrayed.
yeah. Yeah, it's just there were those guys in the 90s for sure.
Yeah.
And then we have Robin Tooney. She plays Deborah. She is someone that I think was kind of is struggling with life a little bit. She the beginning of the movie, right when she walks in, she runs into the bathroom and shaves her head. So,
Yeah.
she's kind of like the like angry, like leave me alone chick.
Mhm.
We got Renee Zellweger who plays Gina. Gina is, I don't want to say like the slutty friend because I don't think that's the right. But I mean that's what she was in the night. I guess
Wild child. Like,
she's
yeah,
playing, yeah.
she
She's
just does
hot.
whatever she wants. She's
She wears the short
adorable.
skirts. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, she's definitely getting all the guys. Then we have Liv Tyler. She plays Corey.
Stunning.
She's also gorgeous.
Mhm.
She is Gina's best friend. But she's like Miss Perfect. So she's perfect grades, everything's
Mhm.
perfect, her life is perfect. She's going to Harvard, that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
So that's in the beginning, that's kind of her, character.
Persona. Yeah.
Johnny Whitworth is AJ, who's insanely hot in this.
He's so cute.
um, he's like an artist. He makes everything into art,
Mhm.
and he is in love with Liv Tyler's character. I mean, who wouldn't be? But he
Mhm.
he definitely is. We've got Ethan Embry who plays Mark. Mark is he's adorable. He's your quintessential pothead. He's into like really heavy music and a pothead.
I was just gonna say he's literally Shaggy. Like that's his entire he's just
Yes.
Shaggy.
That
He's
is a great,
amazing.
great representation. We have Coyote Shivers as Burko. His real first name is Francis, so that's why he went with his middle name is Coyote. I would go with
Yes.
Coyote Shivers as well.
Love that.
And then Brendan Sexton the Third. He plays Warren.
God.
I just totally skipped over Burko. Burko's in
No.
it like very rarely.
He's just
He's
like a
like Deb's.
rocker.
Yeah, he does.
Deb's ex-boyfriend, we can only
Mhm.
assume.
Yeah,
Very minute character, really not necessary. So
yeah.
it's fine. Sorry, Coyote.
Yeah, and then Brendan's character is Warren, and he's the one we'll see in the store that just steals everything that he touches. So
Yeah.
he's a great character.
Character development later.
Yes. And then we also have Maxwell Caulfield for my Grease 2 people.
Why does this keep popping up? Get me away from Grease 2. Stop trying to make fetch happen.
And I'm making Grease 2 happen. Grease 2
No.
happened, Ireland. It happened. Yes, it already happened.
The people are trying to forget that Grease 2 happened.
I know, right? God, jeez.
Oh God.
But yes, he plays Rex Manning, and he's the like washed up pop star. He was like a star in the 70s and 80s, and now he's visiting the record store for like a
Yeah.
signing, and
He
he's
still has his 70s haircut and it's the
yeah,
90s, so
yeah, he came out with a new album and a new song, which we'll get into that.
I'll love it.
And then we have our queen Debbie Mazar, who plays Jane, which I love her.
Oh my gosh, I love her.
Yeah.
She's
So,
amazing.
yeah, she's Rex Manning's like assistant.
Manager,
Um,
assistant thing, yeah.
yeah, yeah, she has
Not
to
for
put up
long.
with that douche canoe. Oh, spoiler alert, douche canoe.
Not for long.
Darn it, I gave it away. I'm so sorry. Um, Another character of this movie is the music. There are 50 songs that are played in this movie.
Yeah.
This made the Gin Blossoms famous. It's got, I mean, there's so many people in it. It's got like the Buggles are in it. It's got Cracker, AC/DC, Dishwalla, Better Than Ezra, Toad the Wet Sprocket, Dire Straits, Evan Dando, who is the lead singer of the Lemonheads, the Cranberries, Edwin Collins, Fig Dish, Sponge, all your dad's basically CDs that are
I was
downstairs.
just gonna say, I'm
It's
like all the
literally all your
CDs that
dad's
I had in my
CDs.
CD case because those were all the CDs you guys passed down to us.
Yes. So,
It's amazing.
yeah, unfortunately, the soundtrack doesn't have, it has like 13 or 14 songs out of the 50, which is a
Yeah.
shame because,
Well, can you have a CD? Well, I mean, we could have CDs with 50 songs, but like for the people, they probably don't want a 50. They don't want to skip, 14 songs to get to whatever one song they bought the album for.
right, exactly. Yeah. So we start off with Rory Cochran's character Lucas. He's sitting on a table in Joe's office, or sit table, sitting on a couch with his, I think his feet are on the table. So
Yeah.
I'm super tired. I've had a day.
No, right.
Um,
Today.
yeah, not today, Bob. Not today. And he's like saying, like put the money in the bag, close the bag, lock the bag, bring the bag to the bank. He's like reciting this. Gina comes in, who's Renee Zellweger's character, and she's like, "What are you doing here?" And he's like, "Joe's having me close and bring the money to the bank." And she's like, "Okay, that's gonna go well."
Yeah, she's like, okay, good luck with that.
Yeah. So what does Lucas do instead of bringing the money to the bank?
So not only is he basically rebelling in the office as well, because Joe had like his like three rules: don't touch my cigars, don't touch my beer, don't touch my drumsticks, like Step Brothers.
Yes.
And he did all three of those things. And then he finds a slip in the desk. And the slip is basically stating that, okay, well, Empire Records, right, is where where they work. And you put the slip over the Empire Records, and a chain, like a music town, I think it's called Music Town, the chain is trying to buy out that building. And then they're trying to, get rid of the independent store. Lucas sees this and he's like, oh my God, we're all in trouble. Like, what can I do? And, in his brain, the best possible thing that this man can do is take the $9,000, run to his Vespa, ride his Vespa all the way to Atlantic City.
Yes. Yeah.
That just seems like a good idea at the time.
Well, they kind of give you hope as he's walking through the casino, because he like pulls on one of the arms for the lady and it wins, and she's like, "Oh, thank you."
Yeah.
And then he's like Black 19, and then the roulette table does Black 19. Everybody's like, "What?" So then he goes to the craps table and he's like, "I want to put this all on, the pass line." He's like, "So if I just keep rolling sevens?" He's like, "That would be very good, sir, if you keep rolling sevens." So he rolls his first roll and he rolls a 7. So he doubles his money. Awesome. There's this like sleazy, like,
I don't want to say groupie, but it seems
she's
like
a
she's just
casino
like hanging
chick.
around at the casinos just
Yeah.
to be like hanging on the guy whoever's winning the most money,
Yeah,
basically.
exactly. She's like
Like a high
and
roller.
she might be a prostitute. I don't know,
Oh,
because there are many of those.
at Atlantic
uh,
City, maybe.
Atlantic City, especially Vegas. And so he wins, and they're like, yes. And now he's got $18,000 because he originally had $9,000. He decides to do it one more time, and everybody's like, "Are you nuts?"
Yeah.
I'm
They're
like, he's
like,
already
okay.
doubled it. Okay, just walk away. Nope.
Mhm.
He does. He decides to roll again, and he rolls snake eyes, which is the absolute worst thing to roll.
Yep. You
He
lose all
lost.
everything. You lost
He lost
everything.
everything. He loses everything. Everything's gone. It's yeah. He's and so there's all the money that was supposed to go to the bank. And we cut to the next morning, and Lucas is in like an alley on his bike. Just, I think he slept there.
Yeah, he's just like head down, sulking still, like he's just not feeling it.
Yeah, and when he lost the money, he said, "I wonder if I'll be held responsible for this." That's what he actually said. Um, And so yeah, so Mark and AJ see Lucas in the alley on his bike. AJ figures out that Lucas has lost the store money, and then Lucas is like, "I gotta fix this," and he just leaves. Lucas just leaves. Okay.
Yeah.
Joe arrives at the store, and it's Rex Manning Day. Yay. Everybody's super excited. No one.
Yeah, literally everybody's like, especially with all the music lovers, and it's 90s, so it's height of grunge and alternative, and none of these kids are listening to this old geezer
This,
Rex
yeah.
Manning.
He, he reminds me of even though he's not Latino, he reminds me of the Rico Suave guy, where he just has like a
Loki,
shirt off and he like
Loki,
rec
yeah, because
yeah,
he
yeah,
thinks he's the shit. Like he
yeah,
really, like he thinks he's like, oh, I ate that shit up. Like I did that. Like I'm the guy. That's what he thinks. He walks
yes,
around like that, and it's just like, sir, maybe like in the 70s, but
yes,
sweetie, this is 95. Like, come on, figure it
yeah.
out.
His character was actually modeled after Tom Jones, so it does hit that like with his outfit and stuff when he gets
Yeah,
on
I
the
was gonna
limo and
say I
stuff.
could
Yeah,
see that with like the
yeah.
haircut
His
and like
hair,
the
he has a real
flare
nice,
and the
does have
vibe.
very nice hair for an older gentleman. Um,
Yeah, and 100 pounds
and
of gel,
yes.
bulletproof.
Um, so after Joe has arrived, the phone rings. Joe answers it, it's the bank. Spoiler alert, they didn't get their money. They're just asking Joe, like, hey, we don't know if you deposited it or what's happening. Um, and it cuts to Gina, who's picking up Corey at her house, who's made cupcakes for Rex Manning Day because Corey is obsessed
In love with Rex
with
Manning.
Rex Manning. And she has decided, I'll take this one since you always get the
Thanks.
juice. The
I always
juicy.
get the awkward conversation.
So Corey has made it her mission that she's going to lose her virginity to Rex Manning today. That
Hmm.
is her.
Today
She's
is
made
the day,
cupcakes.
and she's gonna throw herself at this man. This
Yes.
adult man. Like, they never specify ages, but she's definitely in high school still because she's going to Harvard. Like,
Right.
she is, like, these are high school people, and she's about to, like, really throw herself at Rex.
I mean, it's possible some of them are 18, but because
But, like,
they're seniors, but
barely turned 18.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Still,
little
still,
sketchy. It's
even though
fine.
it might be legal, it's still kind of creepy.
Well,
Yeah.
no
Didn't
shame.
didn't stop people back then for that. So,
No, no.
so back at the store, AJ is going to profess his love to Corey because he's in love with Corey, and today is the day that he is going to confess
Oh,
his love.
yeah. He's
He's
been waiting
going,
for so long, and he's like, this is the day. Like, he's even asking Joe for advice. He's like, Joe, like, you have such, like, can you give me such great love advice? And Joe's like, oh, yeah, I'm divorced, and my ex-girlfriend is, like, putting
yeah,
me in the doghouse. Like,
yeah, like
well, yeah, I
ripping all
have
my
all of the
clothes. Yeah,
perfect experience. Like,
right.
oh,
Yep.
God.
So Joe is looking for Lucas because obviously.
He's getting all these
Um,
calls. He's like,
mhm.
why didn't the money get to the bank?
Yep. And then the girls arrive at the store, Corey and Gina, and AJ warns the girls about Lucas, what he has done. So they're like, "Oh shit." And then they're like opening the store, and they have a thing where somebody gets to pick the music. And how do they pick their music?
So they all kind of like dig into a bag of M&Ms, and whoever's M&M is the matching color of like whoever the third party picked them, that's who gets to pick the music. So there she first goes, "Okay, anybody have a brown M?" And everyone's looking around. No. Anybody have an orange M? And our bestie, Shaggy himself, Mark,
Mark.
gets to pick the music.
Mm-hmm.
He is so excited. He is just a ball of energy, and he is so fun to watch every time he is on the screen. He's hilarious.
Yes.
He's
And
the
he's
Charles DeMar of this film.
yes, yes.
They give the
he
same vibe.
he is stoned all the time. Like I feel like he's just
Yeah.
completely stoned. Yeah. And his like best friend, I think Eddie, his best friend, which is a very minor character. He works at the pizza store,
He
and
is
I think
also a swimmer.
I don't know if he works at Empire Records or not. But we'll
I
figure it
think
out.
he does. Like, I
'Cause-
think he does, but then I'm pretty sure that his t-shirt did not say his name. Of like,
yeah,
I work here. I'm pretty sure he was just
yeah,
wearing it. So maybe it
yeah,
just shows up. I don't know.
yeah. So they're setting up for Rex Manning Day. So Joe finds Corey in the back. She's like doing homework. And he's like, "What are you doing here? You don't start till the, afternoon." She's like, "Oh, it's Rex Manning Day. I gotta be here. Like
Mhm.
I love him and whatever." And he's like, "Okie dokie." And um,
This
and
is
then
when we get to see the
yes, sorry.
iconic video. No, I know you just like really want to talk about it.
So we'll just try and read my
He's in
notes
a
because
trance just remembering back to
okay.
how beautiful that video was.
Okay, so they bring out, they have like the cardboard cutout of Rex Manning
Oh
because
yeah.
and they roll out the TV, the old TV with the lines in it, because it's
That's how
it's like
you
the
knew your
AV
science
department,
class was going to be fun and you were going to watch Bill Nye because they roll out that TV on the
the TV
wheels and they
cart.
put the
Hmm.
VHS tape in.
Yep, yep.
Oh god.
And it's the name of the video is "Say No More, Want More."
So embarrassing.
And it starts out with a girl. These are like they look like they were I don't know. They just like chose like tall girls off the
Mhm.
street and they're in this like they have these like black like silk things that are blown in
Yeah,
the
they're like
wind. They're
on like a beach or in a desert or something. Like I
in
don't
like
even know what the vibe is.
on a four-poster bed, like and the one girl goes, "Oh, Rexy, you're so sexy." And
What?
then he comes out and he's like gyrating.
He just thinks that he is the shit. Like
Oh
these
no.
the secondhand embarrassment I got from this video is incredible. Like it's actually so bad. I was cringing so hard because he's literally like thrusting and
Yes.
he thinks that he's the shit and it's auto
Yeah.
tuned to hell. This
Yes.
man is like not
Yeah.
even a singer. Like
Oh,
oh, it's so embarrassing.
it's very embarrassing to watch.
Oh,
Um, so yeah. Um, somebody's back. Lucas is back.
yay! Where's our
Where's
money?
where's the money, Lucas? What Lucas says Atlantic City, Joe.
Yeah, just at Atlantic City.
Joe wants to strangle Lucas.
Yeah.
And I believe he does. I think he is this is when he brings him does he bring him into the office?
No,
Or
that's
no, that
after.
later.
That's a
Okay.
different
Okay.
time.
So he's really, really obviously mad at Lucas. And it's like, where's the
Yeah.
money? What am I gonna tell Mitchell? Mitchell's the guy that owns the store. And it's yeah. So he's like, sit on
Yeah.
that couch, do not move from that couch. So he is sitting on this like
He
old
doesn't
70s
for a long
couch.
time.
Yeah, yeah. Even when he moves, he takes a piece of the couch with him. So,
Yep.
um, but here comes Deb. Deb's driving on in her Vespa. She walks by Gina and Chloe.
Corey.
I was
Corey.
thinking of Cloris Leachman for some reason in my head.
Oh, we love her too.
Yes, love her.
She's the best.
She walks by Gina and Corey and she flips them off. This is how she
Mhm.
is. She hates them. They all hate each other. The three of Gina and Corey hate Deb. Deb hates them
Mhm.
too because they are two different worlds. She ignores everyone else and she goes into the bathroom. And this is when
Yeah, she just starts chopping her hair off. Like she's first taking the scissors, just like not even like girl, just a trim. And nope, she just is going crazy and then she shaves her head in the bathroom. It's also kind of seen that she has a bandage around her wrist and we can only assume that she self-harmed, so some of the workers are taking that into account too and are like really starting to worry about her.
Mhm.
But she walks out of the bathroom completely bald and AJ is just like, didn't you just go in there with a full head of hair? And she goes, oh yeah, girl, it's still in the sink if you want to glue some on. Like,
Yes.
she's very sarcastic, and kind of, she's like really quick with it. Like, she is
Yeah.
definitely like very, like we were talking about earlier, like very angsty, very,
Yeah.
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 Angry.
And the reason she made the gluing comment was because AJ, for his art, he was gluing quarters to the floor
Hmm.
with super glue. So,
Yeah, just the carpet for,
yeah,
no reason. Why
yeah,
not?
just
Sure.
what he was doing. But obviously AJ's concerned for her because he sees the bandage on her wrist and like, are you
Mm,
okay? And of course, she's like, I'm fine, I'm fine. Don't talk
right.
to me. And she goes like up to the front, and there's Gina. Gina's working the register, and her and Gina are just exchanging insults.
Hmm.
Like just you know, "Oh, I'm surprised you have enough brain cells to comprehend that," and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Or the dumber you get, the shorter your skirt is, and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Gina can definitely hold her own. She can definitely hold her own against
Yeah,
Deborah.
she's
So
very
it's a good,
manipulative.
yeah. And then uh
We just
Mark is
see our lovely Mark just moshing. He's just like a free spirit, is the best way that I can characterize him. He is just like adorable. And he's just like moshing throughout the whole store. And Lucas is like, man, I really got to go to the bathroom. So he's going to take a little piece of the couch with him, just like a little pillow from the couch,
mhm.
and then going to go to the bathroom. And then this is when we first see Warren. I believe we're starting to witness a like him like start to like kind of look at the
Yeah.
DVD or CDs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's definitely not cold outside. He's got this huge
Trench
jacket,
coat.
like
Yeah.
big like
Like an Inspector
windbreaker.
Gadget
It's
jacket.
huge. Like it's huge. It's like 4XL, and he's not a 4XL person.
No.
Yeah. But it just shows him. It's just he just looks very sus in this
For sure. And
store.
he's not making it easy. Like he's literally not hiding it all. He's like looking around and then he's like swiping the CD, like I think breaking the seal of it, I think is what he was doing.
He's putting a magnet over it so it won't set
Oh,
off the alarm, is what he's
right,
doing.
because the magnet
Yeah.
comes in later. And
Yeah.
then he like just stuffs it in his pocket. So,
Yeah. And he's just we just kind of catch him throughout doing
mhm.
this. So as Mark is moshing away to his music, Gina vetoes it. I guess there's like you get one veto a day to
Mhm.
veto the music that somebody is. So
Yeah.
um she vetoes it, and she says, I would like to dedicate this song to Lucas, and it's the money that's what I want. But she like changes the like lyrics. She's like, money, that's what Lucas wants, or something like
Yeah,
that.
like
Yeah,
the
she like
gurgle has
changes
a
it.
little intercom. Yeah, that's a good
um,
song. That song's in The Wedding Singer too. That's where I remembered it from. I'm like, oh, love
yeah,
it.
yeah. And then Joe, of course, Joe's still pissed. He pulls out a big box and starts handing out Musictown rules and standards of Musictown, as well as aprons. They
Mhm.
look like Home Depot aprons.
They do. The
Yeah.
color is so ugly.
Mm-hmm. And Joe says he was going to buy out Mitchell, who's the owner of Empire Records, so that he could own Empire Records, because he really loves
Mhm.
what he does, and he really likes the atmosphere and the music. He's definitely a music person. He has a drum set in his office. So he's really like not only mad at Lucas, but really hurt that Lucas would do something like that. So he does blame Lucas, of course. He's like, well, this is obviously not happening. We're gonna be in Music Town now, guys. Hey.
It's just
And yeah. And they give him the rules, and the guys are like, Deb reads or Gina reads no
mhm.
tattoos, which Deb has tattoos, and
Yeah.
then Deb reads no like revealing clothing, which is obviously what Gina's wearing,
Mhm.
and they both look at each other like, well, I guess we're both screwed,
Yeah.
and then they insult each other again, and she goes, she's like, less talking, more ripping up, so they're like
Yeah.
both agreed
But
to
like
like
we can
rip
insult
up.
each other later.
Yeah, we can do this later. So they rip up that kind of stuff. And yeah, so time to really set up for Rex
Yeah,
Manning Day.
the show must go on because Rex Manning is pulling up in like point 0.2 seconds here. So they're putting up all the stops, right? They have like the chair and the table set up for the signing. They have all the records out for him to sign. They have all the again, the cutouts. They have the TV playing the disturbing
Say no
music
more
video. Oh,
moaning.
Rexy, you're so
You're so
sexy.
sexy.
Like
Uh,
but my favorite part of this film is that like again he thinks that he is the shit, right? And like Jane and him like are coming out of the car. We love Jane, we hate
mhm,
him.
mhm,
And basically he's just like bitching from the very start. first of all, he's like, oh, my hairstylist cut my hair too short. Now it looks terrible and blah, blah, blah. Like all these like little minute things. And then he oh no, he doesn't come in yet, but we kind of see them like start to
Yeah, they're
like,
really setting up, getting the chair, the table, like you said,
yeah.
snacks, all that kind of stuff. And we see the people, the women lining up. It's all women, and I think there's
It's
one
women.
gay guy.
It's literally all like older
Old
women.
ladies,
Like,
yes, older
yeah, these
ladies,
are
yes,
definitely like mothers, and like grandmothers, and then like the one man, he's so funny.
yes,
He's literally like as soon as he walks in, he's like, oh, like I'm gonna
yes.
pass out. Like I'm thinking,
So Lucas notices Warren stealing, and he says, "My, what a big coat you have! My, what a big coat you are wearing!" Um, Warren runs out of the store, and Lucas follows him. Gina announces on the intercom that there's a shoplifter who will be caught by Lucas and deep fried in a vat of hot oil and served to the first 100 customers.
perfect.
You know, and when Warren and Lucas are like Lucas is chasing Warren, it's like Lucas just appears.
Yeah,
Like it,
he
like
just
it,
like shows up out of nowhere. Like he could look like he's like 100 feet behind Warren, and then all of a sudden, like the camera cuts and he's like 20 feet in front of him. Like I'm like,
Mhm.
this man just like spawns out of nowhere, but it's so funny to watch.
Yeah, it's a really like cute like back and forth. Like
Mhm.
he's like, dang it, and finally he gets caught by Lucas because I think he's like running,
Yeah, like
and
he's
then
running next
Lucas
to a
opens.
car, and Lucas is, I don't know, suddenly
He's in the
spawned in
car.
the car, and
Yeah.
then Lucas is just, that nonchalant guy, so he pops open the car door, and then Warren runs into the car door.
Yep. Yeah. So he's finally caught. Warren is finally caught by
Mhm.
Lucas. Rex Manning is pulling up to the store. He is obviously not happy at the small store.
Again, he thinks
And
he's the shit. He probably thinks that he could sell at Madison Square Garden still, but he's basically, again, complaining, oh, my haircut, they really messed me up, whatever. And it's like, oh, like, this is a really small store. And basically, our queen, Jane,
Mhm.
she's like, there is not a store too small. Like, there's never such thing as, like, too much publicity, basically. Like, this is good for you in your career, and
Mhm.
it's good to make a little bit of money.
And Rex's character, like the character of Rex, he was like one of those guys that was, like when he was a teenager, he was in like a show and then
Mhm.
became a
Oh,
pop
right.
star, like one of those
Yeah.
guys. Because I forgot what the name of
Something
the show is.
family.
The Family
Uh,
Life or
yeah,
something,
maybe
or
something
the
like that.
Family Way. It's I think there's a goof in there that one character says the Family Life and one character says the Family Way. I don't
Mhm.
know which one is the correct one. But yeah, so he's pulling up to the store. Joe calls the police again to report a shoplifter and tells Warren to stand against the wall and hold up the CDs.
Yeah. Put him on
And
the wall.
he's holding them. He's
Yeah, he's posing.
like it's really funny. um, and they ask him what his name is. He's like, "What's your name?" And he goes, "Warren." And they're like, "Warren what?" He goes, "Warren Beatty." So that's where we get the name Warren Beatty. So
Yeah.
his name is Warren. And he goes, why did you, what does Lucas say? He says, why don't, oh,
Oh, he's like, why didn't you like, oh, what did he say? Why didn't you
oh, I
get
think
the
it was his,
CD?
his choice of, CDs.
Oh, when they're
Um,
going through, and then he's like,
mhm,
oh, classical Whitney Houston. He's like, that's for my girlfriend.
girlfriend, yeah. Um, but basically, while Joe's talking to the police, he's like, yeah, he stole CDs, like 6 CDs, and then Warren's like, why don't you shove them up your ass? And
Lucas, our nonchalant king. Because it would hurt a lot, Warren. Because
yes,
that would hurt.
yes,
Like in the most like calm and collective voice.
yes,
He just
and
looks like he's going to do slam poetry at all moments of the day. Like
yes,
that's what.
like he's a beatnik or something. Like he's gonna go
Yes, that's what
like the
exactly
drums
what
with the like.
Lucas gives. Oh, literally.
um, and so here comes Gina. Good Gina. She went to the bathroom and she put on the apron for Music Town, but nothing else.
Just an
Just the apron.
apron in her underwear. That's
She's like,
it.
yeah, she's like, I think they really need to rethink the like revealing clothing thing because this reveals a lot. And of course, Warren's like,
Warren's like
jaw,
drooling. Yeah, he
yes,
literally like can't stop looking at her. AJ's like, what the hell's going on? Like covering Warren's eyes, and Warren's like, no, like my girl.
yeah. Yeah, and that's, Warren is just, I think he's sitting on a couch with Lucas waiting for the cops to
Yes.
come is what's happening. And then when Gina comes out, he's like, oh, yeah. So then Corey turns on some music and they're dancing because she's really setting up everything. She's trying to make sure everything's
Mhm.
perfect.
She's happy. Her man's about to come.
Joe wants Gina to get dressed. And he wants AJ to go up on the roof and fix the sign. And then in walk Rex Manning and Jane.
So Gina officially is like the warm welcome, right? She's still just in her apron and underwear, and she hops off the couch and she's just like, "Oh, like welcome to Music Town. How can I service you?" Like very yeah. So, and then she like just like she giggles and then she runs off in the bathroom to then go change back into her, into her regular clothes. And basically Joe is just going around like introducing everybody like, "Oh, this is AJ, this is Corey, this is Lucas," like kind of going down the line. "Oh, and this is Warren." He also introduces Warren.
Yes.
And like Corey, if she wasn't like if she was a cartoon, she would be like the coyote with like the heart eyes, like the auga.
Mhm.
Like she is like literally drooling over there for this man.
Yep. And then oh, so this is when they take pictures of Warren.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, of his CDs that he took. I guess I got ahead of myself there a little
No
bit.
time.
Not a big deal, not a big plot twist or anything.
I was just gonna
Um,
say.
because it's funny because AJ's taking pictures of Warren with his stolen CDs, and then Rex Manning gets in on the pictures.
Yeah,
And they're
she's like
like,
with a thumbs
yeah,
up, and he's just
yeah,
posing, and
yeah. So that's the so those are the pictures for the police. And then Rex Manning comes out to the table and everything to meet the fans. And a lot of the girls are like, "Oh my God, I loved you in high school." And they're like 45 now.
my favorite was she goes, "You were my favorite artist in high school," and he goes, "In high school, who's your favorite artist now?" She goes, still you."
You obviously. Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So it will keep cutting to Rex Manning into the back room where Lucas is and Warren and all of them are. Um, so it cuts back to Lucas, AJ, and Warren. They're bored. AJ is drawing pictures of Corey, of course. Warren is playing with a magnet around his eye for some like he's literally
yeah,
like
he has that
putting
magnet.
it in his eye and it's like moving the skin
Oh
around and everything.
man.
Yeah, for some reason.
Oh, dude.
And then Lucas just gives him the word. He's like, and then he
Yeah,
grabs
he
it
just
from him
grabs it
like,
and throws it away.
yup. And then Mark has to get Rex wants water, so Mark has to get Rex water, and Jane's character says, "Oh, make sure it's like sparkling water," because he's so like into himself.
Bougie.
Um, and so he goes into the back, and then he goes like, who's your favorite musician, right? Is that
Mhm.
yeah? Who's your favorite musician, Lucas? And or Lucas asks, "Who's your favorite musician?" to Warren, I believe, right? Okay,
No,
yeah,
to Mark.
to Mark. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And then Mark is like, "Well,
Ah,
Axel, of
yes.
course." And Mark and basically Lucas is just saying like, "Oh, well, if Rex was stranded on the side of the road, do you think Axel Rose would stop and like pick him up or?" And then this is when Warren cuts in and he's like, "Nah, he would run him over and he would go full speed and just like all this kind of chaos." And then Lucas is just like looking at Warren. He's just like, "Where does all of this hostility come from?" Again,
Right.
very cool, like calm, collected. Like he's so chill. I don't know. He's just so funny.
And Warren is also trying to pry the quarters off the floor.
Yeah, that he
And
goes super glued, and he
yes.
goes, "Who glued these down?" And AJ goes, "I did." And Warren's like, "Why? Why would you even do that?" Basically, AJ just goes, "I don't think I need to explain my art to you." Like,
Yes.
how can these people say these lines with a straight
I
face?
know. It's great. So Lucas is going over the CDs that Warren has stolen. He's like, rap, metal, Whitney Houston? And he's like, "It's for my girlfriend." And then Lucas is like, "Maybe try some classical or jazz. You need to diminish the criminal impulses, not amplify them." So he's trying to give Warren like life advice.
And Warren, of
They're
course,
going,
is still hostile. He's like, "Why don't you bite me?" Like
yeah,
he's giving that attitude.
yeah. And then Jane asks Warren, AJ, and Lucas if they like the new Rex Manning CD or album,
Wrong crowd.
and they all laugh,
Yeah.
because Jane's in the back with because she's not in the front with Rex Manning.
Mm-hmm.
And she says it tested well in young male demographics, and Lucas asks if those males were gay, if they tested, if they knew if they were gay or straight men.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we cut back to Rex.
Oh yeah, and Rex again, because we're just going back and forth, and Rex is still like going down the line, signing these autographs, and this I don't want to say little girl, but she's definitely like newer in high school, like she's probably like sophomore in high school or something like that.
Yeah.
And he's just like, "Oh, who can I make this out to?" And I forgot what name she says. She says like Destiny or something like that. And he's like, "Oh, I really like that name." And she goes, "Thanks, it's my mom's name. She loves you. I've never even heard of you." Like, and then she just like walks away and he's like, "Okay." Like,
Yes.
all right.
True 90s fashion. I love it. No filter whatsoever.
No.
So now we're gonna get Burko coming in, who is Coyote Shivers. I wish they would just call him Coyote instead of
Yeah,
Burko.
Coyote's fine. People know.
Yeah, he comes in ready for work. He heard about Lucas. Everybody's heard about Lucas. And asked where Deb is, and AJ tells him what happened with Deb. Um, so he's obviously a little concerned. Not as concerned as he should be, but I don't know, whatever.
There, I don't really know like what his
Mm,
deal is. I don't know.
yeah. And after being completely berated by the back room, Jane decides to quit. She's like, "Fuck this, I
Yeah, and
quit."
she's like, "It's not because of you guys. I also hate Rex. So,
Yeah,
and I hate his music.
and I hate his
So,
music.
bye."
Yeah, yeah. And then Joe decides to let off some steam by playing the drums. And the boys hang the phone on the door, and so it goes on the intercom, Joe's drums, and everybody's just rocking out. So they're having a great time. And then here comes a bummer of a person.
Yeah, so then in walks Corporate Mitchell, who is I would assume the landlord of the building and just like the bigger person that is above Joe. And he is like so for turning into a music town because he just wants more money. He doesn't care about the music. He doesn't care about anybody. He just cares about himself and the money. So as he walks in, it's so funny because like this music is blaring, right? And there's like the fans are loving it. They're dancing, whatever. And then as soon as it's like a record stop
Yeah.
and like
Yep.
the little alarm sounds and it's just silent.
Yep.
And he is there to collect the money that did not make it to the bank yesterday.
Right. Yep. So Mitchell tells Joe, like, "What are we doing here? Like, Rex Manning should be having champagne and a fruit plate, and he's a big star." And everyone's
He
like,
would like Rex Manning.
"Yeah." And I was like, "No, no, he's
Everyone's
not."
like, "Who are you actually talking about right now?"
Yeah. So Mitchell is the owner of Empire Records. He owns Empire Records. It used to be like a bath store.
Yeah, it was like basically Bed Bath and Beyond, but they said like Bed Bath and Bidet.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, so he was like, he's like generational wealth, so he doesn't
Yeah.
know anything about anything, the real world or anything like that. So of course, Joe doesn't have any money to give Mitch. Mitch is like, "I'll just bring it." And Joe's like, "No, no, I got it, I got it, I got it." And then Mitchell's like, "Oh no, I got it." So Joe goes into the room, and I think Lucas distracts Mitchell.
Yeah, Lucas just starts talking to him
Mhm.
just about random stuff.
And Joe decides he just grabs some papers and he puts it in the bag, and the bag locks. So he locks the bag and then he just gives it to Mitchell, like, here's the deposit. So Mitchell's like, "Okay, good, whatever." And he leaves.
Yeah,
So
good riddance. I hate that guy.
yeah.
And meanwhile, this is again when Burko pops up, and we obviously know Deb is struggling. She's definitely struggling mentally, and just, of course, we find out later that she did attempt like the night before, so that's why she has the bandage on and stuff. It's very sad. And Burko's dumbass comes up behind her, and of course, just like in true man fashion, he's like, "Oh, is it because we broke up? Like, I told you I was sorry." Like it's like it's all about him.
Yeah.
And Deb is like basically like, "No, like actually shut up because it's not about you. Like there's a lot of things that I've been dealing with and I just think about them every day, and just yesterday just seemed, well, she didn't say like the yesterday part, but she was just like, I think about it all the time. I messed up, and it's not because of you." And Burko is just like, I don't know. I don't really like his character. I think he's very
Yeah.
self-involved, and I think he thinks he's the shit too. Like, it's not about you.
Because he's a musician.
Right. Oh, with his V-neck that is literally like down to his belly button.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you want me to say, but
Yeah. So AJ got sent to the roof to fix a sign. So he's up there and he's practicing what he's going to say to Corey, which is Liv Tyler's character. He had told Joe that he's going to tell her by 1:37 p.m.
love it. Love a punctual man.
Yes, yes. So he's practicing all of that. And then um, Mark notices a girl listening to music because they have the like listening stations and everything like that. And it looks like she's a ballerina because she has ballet slippers and she's like kind of like
He literally has no shoes
doing,
on
yeah,
in
she like
this
kicks
like
up her
frame device.
feet and she keeps hitting him as because he tries to come in close and she keeps hitting him on accident and then they, you know, she just like they laugh at each other and
Yeah, and he just like runs away. She thinks he's the weirdest thing. Like she just like is like, okay, like what's going on here? And
Mhm.
Mark's just like probably high out of his mind. He's just like skipping away. Like he
Yeah,
just doesn't care. He likes looking at the babes. That's all.
yeah, 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 definitely.
And now the cops are here for our buddy Warren, and Warren is really putting up a fight. Like, this man is literally like, oh, you're gonna be sorry, like, that you ever did this. And, like, he's, like, screaming and kicking, like, as he's getting dragged out of the record store. And Joe is basically like, don't come back. Like, leave us the F alone, please.
Yeah.
And they just hope that they never have to see him again. And now Joe is on the lookout and just on the floor at the record
Yep.
store.
Yep. And he finds Deb in one of they actually have listening booths that look like they kind of look like old telephone booths, sort of like from what you'd see in London, those red booths, but they're brown. Um, and she's working on the inventory, and Joe's like, if you need to talk, just let me know. And he wanted to tell her, he's like, I just really want to tell you that you're doing a really good job. And that seemed to click in her head, like, wow, okay, I have worth.
Like at least
Like,
someone cares about me, like
yeah.
because like he brings up like, oh, I can call your mom and like talk to her, and she goes, well, if you can find her, that would be great because I also want to talk to her too. And like, so it's just like you know that she's coming from a pretty bad situation, and Joe is like that one person that she probably cares about, and like he also cares for her too. He cares for all of those kids.
He does for sure. He's like a dad to all these kids.
Mhm.
So somebody has to bring Rex Manning his lunch, and it's supposed to be Burko, but somebody disagrees.
Oh my
Ireland, who
God.
disagrees?
Corey is going absolutely AWOL on Joe. She's literally like, oh, please, Joe, like, let me bring him his lunch. And then Joe is very adamant, like, Burko's gonna bring him his lunch. No, please, Joe, let me bring him his lunch. And then all of a sudden, something in her brain switches, and she, like, screams at the top of her lungs, slams her hands on the desk, and is like,
Mhm.
I'm bringing him his lunch. And Joe's just like, okay then, alrighty then. So she is setting up for a feast for Rex because she's trying to make it very romantic because she thinks that this is going to be the time where he's going to sweep her off her feet. And he's just such a gentleman and he's just so dreamy. And she's like lighting candles and setting up a little bouquet of fake flowers and setting up a nice little dinner. And yeah, I'm gonna let you take that
I'm
one.
gonna take this one for you. Okay. And so he's sitting down and he's like facing her. She's standing up and she's kind of like against a counter and she's kind of like she's
She's
got like
trying to
her
make
legs
herself look so
crossed
sexy.
and she's like going back and forth like this. And she's like, I used to dream about marrying you. And he says, you must have been a baby back then. And then she takes off her shirt and she says, well, I'm not a baby now. And then Rex says, how old are you? She takes off her skirt and she says, old enough. I think she has like a bright red bra on and like
I
white
know that.
underwear.
But it was a bra that Gina let her borrow.
Oh
So it's like
yeah.
so out of her comfort zone.
Hmm.
It's just she's trying to make herself look more provocative, but she's stunning. Like she doesn't need any of that. But
Yeah.
anyways,
And her outfit is my favorite outfit in the whole movie.
so cute. Me
Um,
too.
so Rex is like, "Are you sure you want to do this?" And Corey's like, "Definitely." So he unzips his pants.
It's so
He's so
cringy
gross
too.
and says
Ew.
he like unzips his pants. He leans back on the chair and goes, "Rock and roll."
Yeah, it doesn't even stand up, nothing. And
Yeah.
Corey is just mortified. She looks at him and is just like, probably like freaked out. One, because this man is disgusting. And second of all, because this is nothing like what she imagined. She wanted
Right.
him to sweep her off of her feet, and she just like grabs her clothes and she just runs out of there.
Yeah, and I don't think he wanted to have sex with her. I just think he wanted a BJ.
Yeah.
So I think that was another thing that kind of pissed her off. Like, I'm not good enough to sleep with, but I can give you,
Oh,
a
see, I didn't
BJ.
even pick up
So
on that, but I could see
mhm.
that because he just like didn't even get up. He's just
Because
sitting in the
he
chair.
leaned back after he unzipped his pants, like, come on in,
Yeah.
gross ass.
So disgusting. I hate men. No.
Yeah.
Ew, sorry. Sorry to all the men out there. I don't know how
You
many
don't hate
men
all
are
the men,
listening,
just
but
this.
you're probably normal. Men like
If
this
you're
are
like
not
Rex
normal.
Manning, we don't like you. You're
Disgusting.
gross. If Rex Manning is your hero, you're gross.
No, literally.
Yeah. Um, so she's obviously super upset. But it's 1:37.
Freaking AJ. So of course to escape because Corey doesn't think that anybody's on the roof. So she's running to the roof. But guess who's also on the roof? AJ.
AJ.
And AJ is just so set on professing his love and Corey like is clearly crying. She's
Yeah.
also like obviously upset, not even showing her face to AJ, and AJ is just like I gotta tell you something right now. Like, I have to, like, he is so adamant, like, I care so much about you. And, like, he has, like, this whole little speech prepared. And the whole time, Corey is just like, I can't do this right now. Please not today. Please not now. Like, I just want to be left alone. Whatever. And AJ is just like, I love you. Like, I'm in love with you. Like, you are my best friend. I've loved you for a long time. Blah, 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 blah. And Corey doesn't know what to say.
Yeah, she's just basically like, uh, oh wow, please don't do this right now. I can't handle this right now.
I just threw myself at this
Yeah.
man, this grown man, and it just made a fool out of myself and AJ's just like, "Oh, okay." Like the awkward backup, like just forget I said anything and yeah, nothing happened here. No conversation, nothing. We're done.
Yeah.
Skedaddle on out.
Yeah, and then they cut to Gina and Corey who are having lunch at the pizza place where Eddie is. Eddie works at the pizza place. Um, and she's like, "Don't worry, we're gonna find you another guy." And Corey says, "I'm not like you. I don't need to do what you do." And she's like, "What do you mean, a turbo slut? I'm a turbo slut." And then Gina runs off because she's just literally been insulted by her best friend. Like you know how Gina is.
Right.
It comes naturally to some people it doesn't. The way she was raised, I'm sure her character probably was, went through some tough times as a kid because she said her mother peaked in high school and that was it. I don't want to grow up like my mom. And, her mom was probably had a different guy every night. So she grew up thinking that's the way you get love. So that was pretty shitty of Corey.
You don't need to hear that from your friend. Even
Right.
if you are a turbo slut. Again,
Yeah.
no shame. Like,
Right.
own up to that. That's honestly a great nickname.
Yes.
But yeah, no, I would also be so upset. And Corey knows that she messed up. Like, obviously Corey took it out on her and it should not have happened that way. But as soon as Gina left, like, Corey was just like, oh my God, I made a mistake. I'm so dumb. Like, but also she's still pissed.
Yeah. So Gina does what Gina does. She starts to go and she's talking to Rex Manning. And she tells him that she can guess what type of underwear he's wearing and what color it is. Now, of course, he is into Gina, because she's a turbo slut, and I know. And so he's like, "Oh, should we check? Should we check?" Yeah, and then they go and I'll take this one.
Yeah. Imagine this.
So they go into the back room and he takes off his pants and it's they kiss and they're definitely gonna
hook up.
Definitely, yeah. And of course she was right on what type of underwear and what color it was. And so they're hooking up, they lock the door and
No, it's okay. This is when Corey is meeting AJ outside of the
oh yeah.
yeah, so Corey just she's running away from the pizza guy at the pizza place and she's just like, come on, read the room. And then we just see after that whole scene with Gina and Rex, Corey is kind of leaning on the doorway. AJ's outside painting because he's always painting. He's super talented.
He's an artist, yeah.
Amazing. And Corey's just like, wow, that's really nice. And obviously she's getting the cold shoulder from AJ and she's like, you're this is really good. And and he's just like, don't even bother. Don't even try to pretend that it's okay. And she is just like, like I don't like you like that. You know that like we have something that's even more like powerful. We have an amazing fresh like friendship. You're my best friend. And then AJ's just like, are you freaking kidding me right now? Put the nail in my coffin. Like this is
Yeah.
not what I need to hear from you right now. Also, like you're so full of it.
Yeah, thanks for the friend card. Ugh.
Right.
So, to lighten the mood, Deb gives everybody buttons. She's made buttons. I was like, I think one of them says like loser,
Yeah,
uh,
stupid.
stupid. Yeah,
Yeah.
like just ridiculous buttons and
Random button.
just yeah, random buttons. And AJ decides to play Rex Manning's song and starts dancing with Deb. Now, this is very necessary. Deb decides to take off his shirt while they're dancing.
I mean, like, fine. I mean, do I blame Deb? No, he's gorgeous. I love AJ.
Yep. And Corey's looking on and she's looking like a little jealous kind
Mhm.
of. Girl, that's your friend, not your
Yeah.
boyfriend.
Also, you literally just friend zoned him like 10 minutes ago. Do not try me right now.
Yeah, and this is where we cut really quickly into the it's called the count out room,
Mm.
where Gina and Rex are.
Mhm.
And they're obviously
Yeah, they're on the copy machine, so you can only imagine what's happening on
yeah.
the copy machine.
So they're definitely getting into it. Joe walks downstairs to see everybody dancing. The customers are dancing too, and he tells them to enjoy it while it lasts because next week this is going to be a music town.
Mm.
And then Lucas says, "What are we supposed to do, Joe?" And Joe goes on a rant on what to do with Lucas. So he's like, "Do I put him in jail? But then he's going to ask me for the bail money. Do I fork over my own 9 grand?" Lucas tells him not to worry because he is a superb manager. And Joe tells him to say it one more time, and Lucas says, "Superb." This is the part that
Joe drags, like, and like grabs him from his turtleneck, drags Lucas into his office, and then just starts wailing on him. Nothing like, well, okay, abuse is not okay, but this, like, he just, like, he wails on him for like a hot second. Everybody is outside of the office and knows what's happening. Like, you could just, like, you hear him, like, getting, like, banged on the window and stuff like that,
yeah.
and, like, the shutters are moving. And then he just, like, throws him out of the office, and Lucas is just like beat up, right? Like he has kind of like a little bit of a black eye. Like you could definitely tell he's sore. And Joe is just like, you deserve that. And Lucas goes, yeah, I know. Because he is a smart ass. He knows that.
So Joe asks where Rex is. And Deb says the better question is, where's Gina?
Hate it.
And they hear laughter in the copy room / count out room.
Mm-hmm.
So they're waiting outside the door. Of course, in walks Corey, who says she doesn't feel well and would like to count out.
Mm-hmm.
So she's got her, her drawer in her hand, and she's like, why is the copy room locked? And everybody's like, ugh. And then she's like, where's Rex? Where's Gina? And then she figures it out. And they come out, right?
Yes,
Gina and Rex come out.
so Corey throws down the drawer, like the money drawer, and then they come out, and Gina's basically just like she just kind of like sneaks out basically, and then Rex is like, "What? No applause?" Like he's being an asshole
As he's zipping up his pants, yeah,
right?
Yeah,
because he's just a man of class. So,
oh God. So Joe throws Rex his stuff, and well. Okay,
yeah.
first, yeah. So after Rex and Gina came out and what no applause, AJ tackles Rex to the ground because he's defending Corey's honor, basically.
Yeah.
Corey tells him he's not worth it, and so Joe pulls AJ off and is holding AJ, and Rex sucker punches AJ.
Because that's the only shot he can get in is when he's being held back. Like both of his arms were restrained, like he was just getting pulled back, and then he takes a cheap shot, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, of a 17,
literally
18,
a grown
19-year-old kid. Yeah,
right.
Like a 18-year-old kid.
Right.
Tops 18. And so then, of course, Rex is like, well, where's Jane? And Joe's like, she quit, And then Lucas says, I was lying about your hair. It looks stupid. Because I guess he says hair looks fine.
That guy.
Yeah. Yeah. And the insults keep on coming. Like, you're washed up. Your new album sucks. Rex leaves and says, why don't you all just fade away? How dare you bring the Who into this, by the way?
You do not deserve the Who, sir.
You do not quote My Generation by the Who.
God.
Rude. And then Eddie, the pizza guy, comes in and tells Gina, like, how could you? With Rex Manning? And then Corey tells Gina, I hate you. And
Yeah.
she walks away. And then Joe just tells Gina, like, maybe you should leave. And Corey tells her, is this what you're going to do? Screw all the has-beens until your tits fall off. That's what she
Yeah,
tells
it's a
her.
good shot.
And then, so this is a whole thing. So this is where we start
Yeah,
learning.
this is where we start to learn everybody's like deep and dark secrets, basically,
Mhm.
and not everybody's, but like primarily Corey and Gina's. And
Mhm.
this really gave me the vibes of when in Saved by the Bell, when they found out that she was obsessed or like taking in the caffeine pills. This is exactly what it reminded me of. Like this encounter was
I'm so
exactly
excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
no, literally. And so basically Gina is just like she's taking all of this in, right? She's taking all of the Joe telling her to go home and Corey screaming in her face, and she's just like, at least I don't hide what I am. And she's basically like, oh, you're Mrs. Perfect. Like, you don't think that I see what you do every day? And I could be a straight A student too if I was just on speed all the time and I could stay up all night studying, and basically takes prescription pills um from her cubby, and then just starts like throwing them on the ground, just scattering them all around. And Corey, of course, is freaking out. And this is more of like it's not like methamphetamine speed. It's more of like an Adderall, like kind of
Mhm.
a little,
Focusing.
probably like a Vyvanse Adderall kind of moment. Obviously, she's not
Mhm.
prescribed these, so this is prescription medication that she's taking. But Corey's obviously like on the floor. She's like screaming, crying, basically. Like she's having a meltdown because she has always put on that perfect face. She's perfect in
Mhm.
school. She has the perfect family. She's going to college. She's going to Harvard. Like, and Gina is just screaming, like, it's always all about her. It's everything is about her. It's never about anybody else. She's perfect. And it's kind of a hot mess in there.
Yeah, because Gina, like, literally, when Corey's on the floor, Gina's like, your perfect body, your perfect face, your
Mm-hmm.
perfect family, and everything like that. So she just keeps, you're going to the perfect school, and she just keeps throwing the pills, and she's trying to get all the pills on the floor,
Right.
because she's obviously addicted to them. So Joe tells Corey that it's going to be fine, and Corey yells, "It's never ever going to be fine." And then she says, "I'll show you fine," and she rips apart the Rex Manning
Yeah,
stuff,
she has a
like the
meltdown. Like
poster.
she
Yeah.
just runs in the store and she's like karate chopping the cardboard cutout of him. Like she's like throwing everything on the floor. She's breaking all the records. She's like throwing the TV around. Like she is really not fine. And her rescue in this case scenario is the one and only Deb, which is
Hmm.
a very interesting turn of events.
Yeah.
Because Deb is just like, well, I guess nobody really is perfect, right? Like, so she's like, I think I need to welcome you in the club or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I should
um,
welcome you to the neighborhood or something,
yeah,
is what she says. As she's like dunking her face in cold water.
to like reset.
Yeah, to help her, and like she's like, here's a towel, and then that's when she's like, I guess nobody has it all together. And then Deb tells Corey, "Is that really how you wanted your first time to go in the count out room?" And then she goes, "Oh, Rexy, you're so sexy." And then they both like laugh, and it
Yeah,
makes
they're
Corey
both
feel,
having a good time.
yeah, they do like a little bonding on this.
Yeah, and Corey's just like, thank you for being so nice to me. Like, I don't know why you're being so nice to me. And Deb just, she knows how it feels.
Yeah. And then somebody comes back and wants to talk to Joe.
Oh my god,
I
our
love
queen. So our queen Jane, she's stunning, by the way. Her eyes are always
it.
so captivating. I love her.
Yeah.
But Jane comes back, pops her little head into the office and is like, like, Joe, like, what are your plans later? And he goes like, I don't know, might be going to jail, might be going to hell, haven't decided yet. Like, of course, how
Right.
snarky he is.
Yep.
And Jane is just like, okay, well, before you figure that out, can you like please stop and like go have dinner with me before? And he's just like, oh hell yeah, because yeah, like obviously we're gonna do that.
Yeah, they're cute.
Um, and in pure fashion, Corey is like, okay, well, Deborah really helped me in this moment, and she does see me. I want her to know that we also see her. But the way that they went about it was very interesting. She was just like, she wants to die. So we got to just like plan her funeral and show her what her
Mhm.
funeral would feel
Yeah.
like. So they literally like they make the room look like a seance. Like they have like the silk like laid on like the table, and then they also like are lighting like the long candles and stuff like
Mhm.
that. And then they start going around the room saying nice things about Deb and what they would probably say at a funeral like that.
Yeah. Yeah, and she said, like Corey says, she wished she could get to know Deb better. She could have gotten to know Deb better. And then like
Mhm.
Deb like is like laying and she goes, liar.
Yeah,
To her
literally. She's so funny. She literally is like,
face.
this is gonna make me throw up. Like, it's so sentimental. It's
Yeah.
disgusting.
And then Burko says that he just wants Deb to stay.
Blah.
And AJ kind of starts airing out his stuff. He says, is it better to know or not to know, like when you're gonna die? And he goes, I want to go to art school, but I'm afraid to go to art school. I don't know if I have
Mhm.
what it takes. And Corey then says, I really miss Gina. She's not afraid of life or to be herself, and I wish I could be like her. Um, and then we see Gina kind of in the shadows listening to this, and she says, Corey, I want to call her Liv. Corey says, I wish I could be brave like Gina. And then Gina pops in from the shadows and says, but you are brave. You're getting out of here. You always talk about how I do what I want, but I don't. I really want to sing in a band, but I don't even have the guts to audition. I'm afraid if I don't do something, I'm going to end up like my mother, whose life was over after high school. And then Corey says, you're never going to end up like your mother if you don't want to. She says, you'll be fine. Deb says, that is so sweet. I think I'm going to barf. As she's laying there like this.
And then our nonchalant king, Lucas. If God gave him any gift, this man did not get the gift of reading the room. Lucas just starts going, I used to wet the bed, and my mom gave me up when I was 10 for being a bad seed. So he starts to like air out his kind of thing, but like he just starts with, I used to wet my bed. And everybody's laughing at him because they're like, dude, like what are we doing here?
Yeah.
And then he starts going on the tangent. My mom gave me up when I was 10 for being a bad seed or for behavior, whatever. And then 3 years later, Joe found me and took me out, and I became the well-adjusted person that I am today. I would label Lucas as so many things, but well-adjusted is definitely not one of them.
No.
But we love this man.
Yes, Lucas is great.
Yeah.
Um,
And then this is when Deb starts to unpack exactly what happened with her. Because we can only assume, right? Like we saw the bandage on her left wrist and the shaved hair and all of this stuff. And Deb then removes the bandage from her wrist and shows, and there is clear cuts on her wrist. And she's like, I literally tried to kill myself with a pink Daisy Lady Bic with a moisturizer strip on it. And it took me so long to even break the skin.
yeah.
And all I could think about was I was so tired of being invisible. And everybody is just like, they're really sulking in that moment. They're like, wow, we're being very vulnerable right now. And then with that vulnerability, what's going on in the music store?
Oh, Warren's back.
Yeah, Warren.
Warren's back, and he has a gun.
Because why
Because he
not?
did, yeah.
He's like gotta be
Uh,
14 years old. Like this kid, he's a child.
he's like 15 or 16, I think.
Right.
I think he's 16 because later on what happens.
Right.
So he shoots the gun a couple times up into the ceiling. Joe tells him to give him the gun. He shoots like past Joe.
Mhm.
And Deb walks towards him with the gun pointed at her, and she's like, "What do you want, Warren?" You know, because she's like just deadpan, like not
Yeah,
scared of him.
he's not
And
afraid.
he goes, "Stop calling me Warren. That's not my name. His name's not
He's like
Warren."
throwing a fit too. And then like, and it's so funny because like, of course, they're all like nosy, and like Corey and AJ and like Mark are like all behind the door, and they're like, his name isn't Warren. And then the next person goes, his name isn't Warren. Like they're going like telephone
They
almost.
were flabbergasted that this person's name is not
His name isn't
Warren.
Warren.
Yeah, but Deb does a really good job with like a back and forth with Warren. And she says, "You can't kill me, Warren, because I'm already dead. I talked to God, and she says, 'Yo, what's up?' And she wants you to lose the gun." And then Warren says, "You're psycho. You're all psycho. You all belong in a loony bin. Forget you guys. You think you're so happy because you work in a freaking record store. You think you're so superior." And then he goes, "Lucas steals 9 grand from you and you don't do dick to him. So you're going to give me a job now?" And then Burko goes, "So that's what you want, Warren? You want to work at a record store?"
They're all
And
just like, aw, he wants to work at the record store.
Warren's like, "No." And then Lucas says,
Lucas,
"I think you're lying, Warren." Just a straight face.
my nonchalant king.
And then Warren says, "He's not going to give me a job, man." And then Lucas says, "How do you know?" And then Warren says, "Why should he? Why should anyone give me a job?" And then Lucas says, well, he gave me a job.
Waving a gun around, Lucas. Like, what are we
Yeah.
doing here?
And Joe grabs the gun from Warren, and Warren looks at Joe and goes, so do I get the job? And then as the cops are taking Warren away, AJ made him a name tag that says Warren, where it says Empire Records, it says
Yeah.
Warren. And Warren tells him to save it for him when he comes back, as the cops take him away. But the cops make it very clear that because the gun had blanks in it and nobody
Yeah.
got hurt, and he's a minor, there's really
There's
not
not a
much,
lot they can
like,
try him
he's
for.
not going to go to jail for 25 years, or it'll probably just be
Yeah.
like probation or a fine or something like that, because
Right.
I don't think they're pressing charges. I don't think Joe's pressing
No,
charges.
Joe's like, yeah, just come back whenever you want.
Yeah. So then Joe says that he's gonna go call Mitchell. Yeah, and before that is done, Deb hands Lucas $1,900 that she got from selling her Vespa.
Hmm.
Jane chips in $600 left from the Rex Manning spending account. Everyone else chips in what they can, and they still need about $6,000 more. So Mark has an idea.
Our
And
bestie Mark.
and because the police are there for Warren, because it was a gun, like somebody had a gun. That's newsworthy. They're outside, and Mark was like, "Oh yeah, I was there, man. I was there." And I saw everything. So, of course, they want to talk to Mark. And Mark has the idea to announce that they're going to be having a party with live music and chicks. Anybody can come. Damn the man, save the empire.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
Love
they're
that
gonna,
line.
everybody chips in. They set up. They're selling like AJ's selling his art. He has a lot of beautiful art posters that he's
Mhm.
done. Deb puts up a sign,
That says, give us your money.
and
And she
people are just
literally,
piling
like,
the money.
yeah, people are actually putting money in. She literally says, give us your money. She's sitting in a chair and she has like her feet up on the desk where the little money bin is, and people are just throwing money in there.
Yeah, they're like, all right, we will give you our
They're like,
money.
sold.
Yeah. Mark has his like the guys he was headbanging with earlier when they were playing the music. They're all like rolling down the street in kegs, and they got kegs, and it's $5 a beer. There's like a
Mhm.
couple old ladies that got their curlers in their hair,
And
and
they're
they're
just
like
passing that beer around.
yeah, they're
Those
like,
old biddies are getting down. Yeah,
yeah.
Edna is feeling herself.
And then here comes Mitch, and he's looking for Joe.
Oh, yeah, he's pissed. And he just is like storming in there, of course. He just is wearing his disgusting corporate suit. Like, he's so scummy. And he's just like, why do I feel like I'm being royally screwed? And Joe just comes out, because you are, Mitch. There was no money in the bag. One of my employees needed it. And then Mitch is just pissed off. He's like, who took the money? Keeps repeating, who took
Who
the
took
money?
my money?
Yeah, oh,
Who took
right.
my
Who took
money?
my money?
Because that's
Because
all
that's all he cares
yeah.
about. And all of a sudden, our nonchalant king, Lucas, just emerges from the depths of the shadows, apparently.
Yes.
Just spawns out of nowhere. And he just is like, oh, aren't you so excited that this place is going to be a music town? And Mitch is like, who are you? And the whole thing with Mitch and Lucas is that this man has asked Lucas who he was last time as well. And Lucas is like, I still work here. And he just kind of starts feeding into like, oh, I bet you want this to be a music town next week because then you can charge more because you overcharge for all of these things so you can make more money. And basically Mitch is just like, you are a smart man. And then they start going on.
Yeah. And then Joe says he's going to open his own store, and Mitch says he doesn't have the capital, and Joe says not yet, but he will. And he tells Mitchell, I quit. So
Done.
everyone's outside. Burko and Gina are on the roof, and this is Gina's chance to sing. Because you remember how she said she wanted to be a singer or sing in a band, but she's too afraid to audition. And they're singing a song called Sugar High. And she sings like the chorus part of it, and he's playing guitar, and she's singing it, and she's like jumping up and down as she's singing it because she's so happy, and yeah, and she's just having the time of her life. And we see Joe and Jane are sitting on the car listening to the music. Everyone's having a great time.
Meanwhile, Mitchell is literally being so disheveled because it's like a frat house in there right now. There's so many people.
Yes.
And Mitch is just like looking around. He's like, doesn't anybody work around here? And then Warren goes, I do.
With his badge on, you go, see?
Hand.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Oh,
That's
God.
so great.
And this is when we see it's so funny because Corey is like, she sees AJ on the roof and is just like calling out to him because, of course, because Corey is an idiot. Love
Mm.
her, but she's an idiot because you can just tell like she obviously cares about him and she's got something to say to him, and he's like she's trying to get his attention and he just cannot hear her because he's just chilling on the roof.
Yeah, and so Joe takes the money they made. They've made plenty of money, and he gives it to Mitchell, and Mitchell says he hates the store and will sell it to Joe for cheap. So Joe says, "You won't regret it." And then he like walks away and goes, "Asshole." Yeah. And then where we go back up to the roof where Burko and Gina are singing, and Burko says, "You take the lead singing," and Gina's like, I don't think I." She's like, I can't," and she misses like the first two words, but then she starts singing, and she really like gets into it, and everyone cheers for her. She's like surprised by herself. She's just her confidence is like sky high.
Yeah,
So it's
radiating
really
for
great to see
sure.
that this is her dream, and she's living her dream right now. Um, and then it pans to Lucas sitting at Joe's desk, and he says, "Perfect." Well, not exactly perfect.
He's doing like the Ferris Bueller. Like he literally like he is the only one in this whole film that is constantly breaking the third wall. Like he's
Yes.
always looking at the camera and then just like saying something because he did in the beginning too. But I just thought that was so funny that he's just like, "Oh, well, almost maybe." And then it cuts to our next scene.
Yeah, so Corey's up on the roof. She sees AJ and she pushes him to the ground and starts yelling at him like, "You're so talented, and if you don't go to art school, you're dumb." She says she knows he doesn't love her anymore and he needs to understand how special he is. And if he doesn't know that, then he knows nothing. And then Corey says she loves him, but she didn't realize it was love until now. And he tells her he's going to art school in Boston. She's going to Harvard, so he wants to be by her. They kiss.
Yeah.
So yay for them, happy ending for them. And then it just everybody's on the roof dancing in front of the Empire Records sign, and that's how we end it with everybody just dancing
Love
and
that.
everybody, and
Happy ending.
yeah. And then after, because Ireland and I always like to watch the very end just in
Of
case.
course.
Um, After they just do like really quick, like one credit scene or something, they have Mark and Eddie. Eddie's the pizza guy. I love Eddie. They should add more of Eddie instead of Burko.
Right.
And they're talking about Henry Rollins and the Misfits. I'll get back to that because I know people are screaming right now. And then he's telling him how Mark really likes Primus and how Primus is the best, And then Eddie loves the Pixies. So he's like, no, the Pixies are better, blah, 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 blah. So it's just like an argument as the credits are rolling.
It was
And
about the music, man.
yeah, so that's how it ends. The reason why I said he mistakenly says that Henry Rollins was in the Misfits, which he was not. He was in Black Flag. And Glenn Danzig was the one that's from the Misfits. He's the one that sings that mother song. Mother, tell your children not to look my way. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that's Glenn
There you
Danzig.
go.
So
The
yeah,
more you
so that was one of the goofs. I was like, oh, I was like, I didn't think he was in the Misfits because like he's from the Misfits. Wow, I didn't.
Us always Googling something. I know that guy from somewhere. Oh, I don't
Yeah,
know if that's right. I gotta Google it.
yes. Let's see here. I got my little budget information. I didn't like officially type it out. I just wrote it on a piece of paper. So
On a post-it note, somewhere.
yeah. So this movie came out in September of 1995. Opening weekend, it made $150,800. Gross worldwide was $273,593. So definitely a cult classic
Yeah.
status. I did get some facts from that mentalfloss.com, which has really great
Like
facts about
interesting
all
fact.
these kind. Yeah, they do a really good job. So shout out to them. The soundtrack did better than the film in sales.
That makes
It
sense. We have that soundtrack.
We do. Uh, it featured 16 of the 50 songs played. Gin Blossoms, Till I Hear It From You was the most famous one of
Ooh,
it. Yeah, that's how they were kind of. And then the Edwin Collins song, A Girl Like You,
love that song.
that was a big one too. Um, Angelina Jolie was considered for the role of Deb.
Mm.
Um,
Oh,
so
okay. Girl interrupted vibe. Okay.
right. So Robin Tooney, who played Deb, they basically told her, like, one of the people told her, I think you're gonna get fired because you don't look depressed enough.
Whoa.
So she made the decision. She goes, well, what if I shave my head?
She looks
And
great.
she literally, that was her shaving her head, and they were really worried because they only do it in one take. You can't re-tape the hair back on your head, you know?
Yeah.
So that's what she did to get the role. And then
Wow.
once she shaved her head, they're like, ah,
Yep,
okay,
you
yeah,
are the right one.
yeah.
You can do this.
Tobey Maguire was cast in this movie as a character. Um, but he had a mental breakdown and he left. He was on a lot of he had like a substance abuse problem.
Yeah.
Um, so he just kind of like
I could see him in this though.
yeah.
He definitely gives the 90s vibes.
hmm
Okay.
But then again, he later on went on to be Spider-Man. So,
Right.
he got his shit together and, um Coyote Shivers. He lied about his age to get the part of Burko. He's obviously not.
He looks like he's 30 in this movie.
He is 30.
Oh,
Um
I'm so good at this
he's
game.
he's 29 or 30. How it
Uh,
takes,
it's definitely like when they had the 80s movies and they were casting these like 35-year-olds to play teenagers. It's definitely like giving Grease when you have like 40-year-olds playing teenagers. That's what Burko was
yeah.
giving to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll get to something on him too, and you're gonna be like, "What the hell?" So
Okay.
Billy Joel Armstrong was originally supposed to play Burko,
Okay.
but
Like
he
Green
was,
Day, Billy Joel Armstrong?
yep,
Oh, okay. Love that vibe.
because they wanted a real musician. Coyote
Oh,
Shivers is a real musician, but not anywhere
not
close
Billy Joel
to,
Armstrong though.
yeah, not Green Day. He was touring, and that's why he couldn't.
Got it.
Yeah,
Him.
he just couldn't. It was more
Yeah,
important
they
to
were
tour,
too
which
busy
yes,
writing Dookie, so
yes. Okay, so Coyote Shivers was married to Liv Tyler's mom at the time, and he was her stepdad. He is
Liv
12 years
Tyler's
older than her.
mom.
hmm Yeah.
So she had something for musicians, but then she really downgraded.
Well,
Uh,
she was a groupie. Liv Tyler is
you go from Aerosmith to Coyote Shivers. Sorry, Coyote
yeah,
Shivers. I'm sure you're a great guy, but
yeah.
no,
They
that's
they were married for 6 years.
okay.
Um, Renee Zellweger and Rory Cochrane. So Gina and Lucas were dating in real life at the time they were making this movie.
Oh, you guys.
And yeah,
It was
and
a turtleneck. It had to be.
for sure.
She's
And
like, damn.
he's the one that's like, you should audition for this movie. And she's like, okay. And she got the part. Um, Rex Manning Day is celebrated on April 8th every year in Brooklyn.
It's Manning Day.
And then the info about Deborah's shaved head, I got that one from BuzzFeed, just in case BuzzFeed's like, wait a second, that's not mental floss.
Like, girl.
Like they're listening to this, like
Right.
them and it's BuzzFeed and 5 other people.
Gang's
They're
all
like, you didn't credit us. We're sending you
Oh, God.
cease and desist. So when this is more a fact for you and I because we listen to their podcast. So
Yeah.
Hollywood Crime Scene, remember we saw them, Rachel
Yeah.
Fisher. She is married to the guy that plays Warren.
What?
Yeah, he's still an actor.
Oh.
Obviously he was way young then, but he still
Right.
acts
It's
to this day. Yeah,
crazy.
but they're married in real life.
Wow.
So that's kind of like
The
our
more you know. That is fun fact.
yeah.
The people have no idea what we're talking about, but
Right. You should listen to it.
Hollywood Crime Scene's amazing.
They do all kinds of fun stuff. I
Yeah.
really like their
They have a really good live show too. Like when we
Mhm.
saw them, it was so entertaining, and we were just like, "Wait, that's it!" Like we could have watched them for like 6 hours, and it would have felt like 45 minutes.
Yeah, they did for the live show they did whatever city they were in, they did like a funny story or whatever
Yeah,
and
it's always
lucky us we get the Dave Matthews tour bus poopathon. So they did that which was just
miraculous.
which was funny. Categories. So we're gonna mix it up a little bit. We're not doing the Christmas movie.
Yeah.
I already gave my spoiler alert to the biggest douche canoe of the the
Two.
movie,
There's two. Well, obviously Rex
Rex.
is the main one. He is so disgusting.
Yeah,
But also Mitchell
Mitchell.
too. He is just a little weasel too. So those are the two douche canoes for the day.
Yeah. Did I have anything from this movie? I had a very similar Liv Tyler outfit.
Yeah, that
Very similar.
cute skirt with the little, she just cropped the little sweater. Adorable.
Yes, I
I
loved that
want that
era.
outfit.
Everything was cropped and short skirts, and or you had baby doll dresses. I had a million baby doll dresses. Yeah, so I did have that. And a couple of those CDs that Warren stole. Um, and your dad has all of the CDs from each of the
Yeah,
the
literally.
artists that are featured in the movie. And so one of the new categories. I'm stealing their look. Ireland, whose look are you stealing? Because
Yeah,
you
see,
didn't
the
grow up in the
problem is I know
90s.
we're gonna say the same person. I'm definitely stealing Corey's look. Like,
Yeah.
I do not have the body type for Gina's outfits, even though she looks adorable. So I'm either a Corey or I'm gonna revert to being Lucas, because I also love a good turtleneck.
Right.
So either one, either or. It's just depending on how we're feeling.
I'm gonna say Gina and Corey because I did have Gina's outfit as well, something very close to that as well. So and then which character are you most like in this one? Since there were so many characters, or what character would you like to be? You
Yeah, I
didn't
was gonna
even.
say because I fear that I'm like, and I'm nowhere as smart as Corey and nowhere as like, but I feel like, well, we're both perfectionists. So I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, I definitely vibe with Corey. I wish I was super smart and could afford to go to Harvard and get a full ride, but that just is not in the cards. So I definitely vibe with Corey. However, I would love to be as carefree as Mark. Mark is like exactly who I would love to be. Just this free spirit, has no care in the world, like two brain cells. Love this man.
Mhm.
So I fear I'm like Corey, but I definitely want to be a Mark.
Yeah, I'm definitely a Corey too, minus the
Mhm.
speed.
Well, oh yeah, sorry guys, I forgot to mention that.
Ireland. Yeah, no, I
Uh,
know. I know what.
plus.
Um, but I would love to be. I would love to take the like philosophy of Lucas
Oh yeah.
because I feel like he's one of those people that, especially in this day and age, with how much like crap and garbage is out there,
Mhm.
he's like smart and he kind of would, like he would be ripping on somebody, but they wouldn't know it
Yeah.
because he
He's
would.
very witty, very
Yeah,
philosophical, very
yeah,
witty, and also always cool, calm, and collected. So I could definitely see that.
yeah. Do we have any coffee orders? What do you think Rex Manning's coffee order would be?
Rex Manning's coffee order, he probably just wants an apple juice with a bendy straw. Like, he is a child. I do not
Yes.
like this man. Or he's like one of those guys where he's like, I need 6 pumps of vanilla. I need half calf, like non fat, no whip, like,
Yeah.
but like 12 pumps of brown sugar and 3 pumps of chocolate syrup and like make sure that there's cinnamon on top and very
Hmm.
just like needy coffee
Yeah.
order.
Yeah. It's yeah. And he's obviously sending poor
Oh,
Jane to
poor
go get
Jane
the
to go
coffee.
get it because he thinks that he's just above everybody.
Mhm.
Ugh.
Do we have anybody's dating profile? What do you think Mark's profile would be? I love
Oh,
him so much.
no, literally, I was thinking about this because I'm like, oh, you know what? Like, Mark just like seems like you know that all of his pictures would be him at the skate park, him like on his guitar at home, like him just like being absolutely unbothered and just so cute. And his profile would probably read like, oh, like just love man, like love and rock and roll and
Hmm.
just like everybody's welcome. And cause like I feel like Mark could be bi. Like I feel like this man is giving like just like I love everybody energy. So maybe I don't know. Let
Yeah,
Mark just be Mark, man. But I just feel like he would just have like the cutest little dating
I agree.
profile.
Yes, I agree. I think that's a good answer.
Good
Um,
answer. Good answer. It's
Oh,
like thank you.
I would also like to give a shout out to my hairdresser. As you can see, I don't have the
Queen.
black that's all the way down here anymore. Um, so
No
she
one
was
cares.
on
It's fine.
she was on a small hiatus, and I will not go to anybody but her.
No.
So that's why I was like, well,
The
she's
queen.
like, she's like, oh, you need your hair, done. I was like, yeah, I watch myself every week, and it keeps getting like darker, darker, darker.
Aggressively worse.
I'm starting to look like Romy and Michelle's high school reunion when she's at the
Like,
like dance and she has the black roots with the like blonde Madonna hair. I was like, oh no. Um,
uh,
yeah. So our next movie, we're gonna do a Christmas movie. I'm letting Ireland pick the movie because it is one of our favorite movies. It's not a cult classic. It's a
no, it's
pretty well known
definitely
movie. Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty well known and it's probably played on like all the things. But Four Christmases. I am so excited. If we don't know, it's with Reese Witherspoon and what's his name? Vince Vaughn.
Yes.
And just a lot of amazing, funny characters.
In one of the greatest taboo games ever played.
Oh, it's so good.
So
I'm
easy.
so it's yes, baby. This is easy.
So easy. This game is so
Flip
easy.
the tube.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. So that's what we're going to be doing. I'm sure it's on every channel because it's Christmas
I know
time.
for
And
sure it's got to be on Hulu and HBO Max.
mm,
Netflix, I'm not sure, but it probably is.
yeah. All right. So we want to thank everybody for joining us again for another episode of Butterscotch Rewatch. I am Katie, the Gen X mother,
And I'm Ireland, the Gen Z daughter.
and we will catch you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.